Hello everybody, welcome to Dare to Dream. I'm Reverend Graham Williamson. I'm third generation evidential, intuitive, medium psychic. Today's show is brought to you as always by Spirit, and the title is Follow Yourself. I didn't understand it at first, but it's like going solo TV and Going Solo Media Network. All these things is because CC Schatz is somebody who follows herself, follows her gut instinct. Most mediums forget about the humanity of self, who you are inside. I'm not a scientist, I'm not a doctor, a nurse or anything like that. But I've been involved in so many different things in my life, and by those experiences I always thought somebody was telling me I've got to do this, got to do that, and in the end I just went, whoa, stop. It doesn't feel comfortable. I want to take off my glasses for a reason. I don't need to focus when I'm working with Spirit. I just follow what Spirit asks of me. And following myself is about the me, myself and I, body, mind and spirit, and all the other three worded equations to do with inner self. Everybody has an ego. Everybody has a part of them that always wants to do the different thing off the beaten track. Another part wants to, we've got to follow everybody, got to do it this way. Another one's, don't know what you're on about. Over the last 3 months, I've gone through a lot of physical and emotional issues on health. But that doesn't stop me being who I am. It's a lesson. Because I know my spirit came on into this body to experience certain things. I put it down to knowing that I've done the right thing when I get deja vu, which means thinking you may have done something before when you consciously cannot remember doing it. But subconsciously, it says, you've done this before. And I believe strongly that that's due to, in part, from your spirit prior to coming into this physical body of you. And as time goes on, every occasion you have a deja vu moment, it's because you're remembering what you saw as spirit and you want to experience here. And the only way you can do things like that is by listening to your heart from your guts and responding. We're part of a human race. I'm trying not to yawn. It's not because I'm tired, it's because Spirit wants to step in even more so, and I probably will let them in a bit. But I wanted you to realise we're part of a big organism. It's called planet Earth. We're just a facet on the Earth. And the things that come from the sun, from the universe, from galaxies, whatever, it affects you. And it's how it affects you is not always as important as what you do in reaction to that effect. Do you just stop everything, say, I'm not doing this because I've been told not to do this, been told nothing else, just don't do it. Well, I'm an inquisitive person. Some people can call me nosy. I don't care. It's just that I follow my heart. I follow my guts. I follow spirit's intuition, use my memory, my sensations of everything that I've been through in my past. And I follow that past. I know it sounds weird to say you're following your past, but karma, now that's a favourite word of a lot of people, but karma is about understanding. They beat me this time. I apologise. Karma is about following your past and learning from it. And if you don't learn from it, you keep on doing it again and again and again until you've learnt what part of the lesson you keep on missing. I never thought I'd find somebody who would be my equal, if not my better, without putting anybody on a pedestal. I had 2 failed attempts at marriage. I had some wonderful benefits from that, wonderful experiences as well. But I never thought I'd find somebody I could live with, not for, as a servant, or use them as my slave or anything like that. Because people think, well, you're the husband, you've got to show this, you've got to do that. You know, it's a man's way. Well, sorry guys, I know inside me, as a human being, we have male and female attributes. Yeah, I'm not saying anything else. I'll let you work it out yourself. But I follow my past. I follow what I've experienced. I follow that gut instinct that says, remember last time you did this? Mm-hmm. It's not what somebody said or did to me, it's how I responded. Because we have to listen to those experiences within us. I was at the Lake County Fairground Expo this weekend. In fact, I've been working there for the last 3 weeks. The exhibition opened on Friday. It's all about versatility, variety. It's about people following their guts, doing something that makes them happy. I want to show to people, say, look, this is what I did. Can you do that? Do you want to try doing that? I bumped into a young man I've seen a couple of times when I was working before I retired, a special needs gentleman, and he was painting, and he saw me, Graham. And I said, hey Angus, how you doing, pal? And the smile on his face was so beautiful. He's never forgot me, his sister told me. And she said, just seeing you. He said, I want to finish this show, Graham. I have an affinity with people with special needs, because my parents worked with them and helped change the terminology of spastic retards and subnormals, which is very derogatory, to people with special needs and impairments, or whatever terminology sounds better. And I don't see they have a disability or impairment. If we are supposed to be the normal, better people, why is it we can't communicate with them? I was on wards when I was a child, and I learnt to watch and listen to the patients. And yes, some of them were crazy as cuckoo clocks. I mean, it was unbelievable. But only on one occasion I felt, ooh, better get out of here. The rest of the time, they were just trying to communicate. So I followed my past. I listened to what my mum and dad taught me, and my brothers and sisters, about how people react to them can set them off. And I thought, what do you mean? What do you mean? But over the years I learnt to understand what it meant. It doesn't matter what they say or do, as long as it's not physically harming you. Physically. Emotional is something you have to learn to deal with in all walks of life. But physical abuse, no. If you find a way, run. Get out. But I learned from these people how to understand the body language. And by all the years of me watching and understanding and learning from them, it developed who I am today as a medium. I'm intuitive because I don't use tools, physical tools. I have crystal ball, I used to do palmistry, I did pendulum, tea leaves, and all divining rods and all the rest of it. I did it all. But to carry all that with me got to be a bit of a burden. Someone once said, what were you born with? This body and the soul, spirit. The intuition comes from listening to yourself, following yourself, following that which is inside you. You have a memory before you were physically of this earth. I like to use it as the self-enlightenment phase. They'll say we want to be self-enlightened. Well, think about it. We have the spirit within us that comes from the divine. You can see into this realm of existence we call being alive on earth. But we bring those memories with us. And not many of us can actually look into it and say, yeah, I remember this, deja vu. I remember that, deja vu. But I've been doing it so long now, it is second nature. The more you practice, the more apt and able you are in using it. Now, when I was at the fairground as well, I thought, as I looked at all these exhibits, some fantastic work. I mean, if others felt like that, in fact, go online and look at it, Lake County Fair Expo, you know, and see what these people have put their heart and soul into. And I said to a couple of them, the exhibitors, why? I enjoy it. I want to show people, even when you're old or young or impaired or disabled, you can still achieve things. They were following themselves. They're not following other people. They asked for guidance, or people offered guidance, and they chose what to do with it. Following yourself, people, is not difficult. Listening to yourself is not difficult. But if you want to be independent, if you want to be self-enlightened, if you want to be more of an intuitive person, if you want to be a medium or a psychic, then you've got to start following yourself. You really do. What else is there in your life that can change who you are? Do you want other people to change you for them? Or do you want to change yourself for yourself? I was told when I came over here in 2001 to meet the lady I married 23 years ago, nearly 24 years now. Oh, it won't work. This is family and friends at the time. They didn't know the situation at the time. They learned, it took them a while. But it's because I did not listen to what they told me in a negative. I turned it around as a positive. I said, why are you afraid for me? Oh, you're going to a different country. You don't know what it's like. You know, it could all go wrong. Well, yeah. You can walk across the street to get a packet of chips or crisps in England, and you don't make it. Or you can open a door and fall through. There's so many things that can stop you, possibly stop you. You know, hypothetical all the time. If you live in fear of what may be in front of you, you're not going to evolve. You see, we have a limited time on this earth. I never thought I'd see past 30, 31. Couldn't see it, not even remotely. Because I was an alcoholic and all the troubles I've been through, failed marriages and stuff, I was an abysmal failure. But I learned from it. I actually have helped veterans over here in America with the traumas they've been going through. Because of my past, my experiences, that I've not hidden away. I don't say, oh, I wish I could have changed that. Because that is wasted energy. You can't change the past. You can learn from it. You can follow where you went wrong and change it. Because there's so many things going through my head at the moment. Like, I've used that picture a few times, the Tower Bridge picture. It should have been multicoloured, orange and gold and all the rest of it. A lot better picture than that one. But I couldn't afford to change it back to what it is. I'm going to this year. I'm going to enter a few of my pictures I have brought with me from England and what I've taken over here. I'm going to enter them into Lake County Fair expo. Because I look at those pictures and I see you weren't supposed to do that, Graham, but you did it, and look at the memory you've got from it, the beauty of it. The picture of the eagle my daughter drew, my mum's Dare to Dream, the picture of the sunset, all those things behind me, they're all inside of me. They make me what I am today, my past. You have a choice, my friends. Being true to yourself, listening to yourself, learning from yourself. Even though I was really ill and I had a lot of health issues, I'm still positive. I'm working at the moment many hours at the fairground, helping do the expo. It's not hard work, but it's long hours, and I'm not a 20-year-old lad anymore. But I enjoy meeting these people, I enjoy helping people, I enjoy interacting with them. Meeting people like Angus, and some of the performers there. I mean, my past is not brilliant, but I've used it to make myself better. The whole point of being a medium is accepting the reality of your physical, human self, the ego, and having it under a balanced, how can I put it, balanced way of living. I'm not bragging I'm better than anybody, I'm not saying I'm worse than anybody, I'm just me. I can fit in wherever you want me to fit in. That doesn't make any difference to me. But what makes a difference to me is how I feel. From my past experiences, I've learned to say, well, this goes well. No. It took me 3 attempts to record this show. The first 2 times, I couldn't speak properly because spirit, blah, 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 blah. But it made me laugh. I don't drink, I don't take drugs. Only medical ones that I have to have because of what I've been through. But it's made me stronger. Even when I was in the hospital for 4 days, I was reading people, nurses, doctors, cleaning lady, kitchen staff, students. I was reading them like open books. I asked permission. And they said, oh, how'd you do that? How did you know that? Oh, nobody's ever said that or done that. I always ask permission first. I didn't go too personal, didn't go too private. Just to show an example of mediumship, this lady came in. I took one look at her, and to me it was, wow, 8 months pregnant, little girl, but what's a 10 mean? There's a number 10 flying around in my head. And I asked the lady, nurse, I said, do you mind if, she said, oh, you're that weird one that reads people. I said, yeah, do you mind if I give you an example? Because there's something I think you need to know. And I told her, I said, you're 8 months pregnant, you're having a baby girl, but what's the 10 mean? Who told you? Who told you? I said, really? She says, well, how would you know? I said, well, hang on, let's get it back a bit. You've been off for the weekend, evidently. She said, yes. I said, Saturday, Sunday, yeah. Have you talked to anybody from here, in this ward? No. Right, so you come in Monday, I'm here, 10 minutes after you come on shift, you come into my room, yeah? How would I know or any of your staff, how would they know you're coming into this room? Unless it was preset before. She said, no, I've just been assigned it this morning. So 10 minutes after coming in shift, she came into my room. And I told her, she's 8 months pregnant, baby girl, coming, and 10. And she went, you're right. How did you know? I said, spirit, as I've just said before. I said, but what does the 10 mean? Because that's important. This is the key part of the whole scenario. She said, I've been with my boyfriend 10 years now. I said, oh, well, you can tell him I'm a wedding officiate as well. Her face lit up. I mean, it was like, I've won the jackpot. She said, I never really believed in spirit, never believed in mediums, but what you've just told me. She said, but how do you do it? And the others were asking me as well, even the doctor on stage. I said, because I listened to my past. I listened to what I'd learned. I listened to what I experienced and felt and all the rest of it. You see, we are humans, but we're spirit having a human experience. And this is the whole point of living, to enlighten yourself, to consciously understand what your subconscious and superconscious know. You've got to marry it up together. You've got to merge, blend. You know, when people say about my personality and my wife's personality, it's slightly different, but they say, you two must be like this. No, we're not. What do you mean? We're not like this. You know, your husband and wife. No, we're like this. That's her, that's me. Together, we're flexible, we're strong, we can't be parted unless we wish to be. When you're like that, confrontational, slides. There's nothing there, just slides. It's just an example. But you see, the whole point of following yourself is you are answerable only to yourself. You've got to be honest with yourself at all times. And sometimes it's going to kick you in the teeth, kick you in the back, make you feel like life's not worth living. But the moment you get to that point, think about this, all that pain that you feel. Do you know what the pain means? Emotional pain. I want to heal. I want to be free. I want to be healthy. I want to live. Physically, I want to live. I've told this story as well before, but it's out. The gentleman, quadriplegic, and he came in with his wife and two daughters, and in the end I kicked him out for 2 hours and got him to go shopping. I broke every rule in the book with that. Calling him the laziest son of a beep 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 I've ever met, and beep 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 beep, get up and do the beep beep yourself. And he did. But it only lasted 3 months, and then he passed away. And then his wife gave me a card in front of my bosses saying that I've returned his dignity, self-respect back. I treated him as a whole person. Think about it. Just by me pushing him, telling him he's a lazy sod, etc. He actually pointed and blinked because he couldn't talk. So, as I say, I'm no doctor, but he couldn't speak. He could only point with his fingers, yes and no's. And he did the shopping himself. It's because my past, I worked on those, well, sorry, I didn't work. I stayed on those wards while Mum and Dad were working. I learnt from them and learnt from the patients and other staff how to interact, how to be true to self. The patients had no control of their emotions half the time because they hadn't got an ego that was balanced. I experienced memory loss, mental instability due to sleep apnea. I've had sleep apnea for about 12 years now because of my diving and swimming experiences and holding my breath for 5 minutes, 13 seconds with my record. My lungs are exceedingly long and big because I was scared stiff of drowning in water. Yeah, and I joined the Navy. I was scared stiff. I used to be seasick going across a mill pond in the Norfolk Broads, east coast of England. And I joined the Navy. The first ship I went on went from Portsmouth to the Azores, Bermuda, Prince Edward Island, Nova Scotia, Quebec, Iceland in Norway, all ports to Turkey, in all countries to Turkey, in the Mediterranean, came back through the Straits of Gibraltar, up by the Bay of Biscay, and got seasick there. From the Bay of Biscay to Portsmouth, I was seasick. Up until then, nothing. One wave got me. The corkscrew. The up, down, side motion. You didn't know whether you're coming, going, what? I got seasick. But I didn't quit. I was still cooking. Clean. I had hygiene and all the rest of it involved, but I could have quit. But something inside me said, people need you, Graham. Spirit needed me. Spirit needed me to survive. Spirit needed me to be a spokesperson for them. And the whole point of my show, Dare to Dream, is because I do. I dared to dream. I'll put a D on the end. I dared to live from my past, for a happier future. I follow my instincts, myself, because of what I've learnt, what belongs to me and what is Spirit trying to communicate through me. Because make no mistake, when you want to work with Spirit, you've got to set your parameters. I always wear the necklace my wife made me. This is an elephant. She made bracelets, a necklace. I don't take this one off. The others I only put on when I'm working with Spirit. It's like a ritual I have. But it makes me feel connected better with these beads. And yeah, this is my favourite shirt for working. You see, I have to feel comfortable within myself. I don't care what I look like to other people, other than clean and tidy. That's it. I'm not a fashion guru. You know, I don't have a lot of hair. Don't have all my teeth. I'm 71 this year. Hey, I'm a spring chicken. But the whole point of following my past, following me, is that I'm having fun. I'm helping people. People that need help. I'm drawn to. I'm not a sucker for sob stories. Romantic, oh, no. I do help those as well, but they're not my favourites. The favourites are those people who've done their best and pushed themselves beyond the limit that they haven't been able to come back to and feel comfortable with. As I said, like the veterans. And this is why it's important for each of us to follow yourself. How would you like to be treated? How would you like to be isolated? You know, when you see somebody that's homeless on the side of the road, what do? Yeah, we can't give everything we would like to give to these people that are in real bad situations. Most of the time, it's not their fault. It's just a circumstance. But I give them courtesy, respect. If I've got a bottle of water, I give them a bottle of water, especially in Florida. It's been 95 degrees. I've got the best suntan line. Look at it. White, red, white, red. This is natural. But I joke about it. But when you're stuck in the street, it's no joke. They don't have AC. Unless they go into the shop and walk around the shop just to cool down. If they're allowed in the shop. You see, we're all supposed to be the human race. We're supposed to be mankind. Think about mankind. How kind are we to each other? I was watching a video of a whale who contacted a fishing boat, and the captain was wise enough to follow the whale and found a baby. No, it was a baby whale. Found the fishing boat, and the captain followed the baby whale to rescue its mother, who had got a fishing net stuck in her mouth, sperm whale. And they spent 8 hours rescuing this whale. And after that, the whale and the baby followed them. The baby was going all around his mum, going, you know, whatever whales do, baby whale. It was beautiful to see. But you see, we're supposed to be kind to each other and life on this earth. No animal wants to just go out and kill you. No animal wants to just hurt you. Survival is what it's about. I don't kill unnecessarily. I went out rabbiting many years ago with darts. One of my sisters had a boyfriend who went out hunting, and he had all these double barrel shotguns and went rabbiting in the Midlands. They didn't get any. I got 3 rabbits using darts. Because I knew I was pretty good at arrows. My Navy training. That's my excuse, I'm sticking to it. But what I'm trying to show you, the versatility of the human person, the spirit within, has to be listened to. You have to listen to yourself. You've got to follow yourself. You can make it sound easy to tell somebody, oh, you've got to do this, you've got to do this, you know, it'll be the best way. And if it doesn't work, oh, you did it wrong. No. Answer for your own actions, words and deeds. As a medium, I'm responsible for my words and my actions. I don't do this for the kudos and ego. I'm trying to help people understand your life is not limited unless you limit it. If you follow yourself truly, you'll have a whale of a time. No pun intended there. Dare to Dream is more than just a show every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, and I better find this out for my producer. It's the 6th today. So my next show should be the 9th of April. I'm on the 9th of April, the 23rd of April, every 2 weeks on a Wednesday, 6 till 6:45. Each show is different, some similarities, but each one's different, each one's spirit-led. Because every minute of every day I experience something different. I love exploring my past. I love exploring what I've learned, what I can share with you. And being an international intuitive evidential medium and psychic, 3rd generation, I'm easy to get hold of because of modern technology. Now, you can email me on thebrit77@hotmail.com. That's THEBRITT77@hotmail.com. Or a medium77@gmail.com. Send me a text on Messenger, Facebook. You can find me on either. Or you can give me a call on Florida, USA 352-409-1060. Leave me a voice message, because if you don't, I won't answer your call. I hope what I've shared with you today can give you some insight into finding your life isn't as bad as you think it is, but your life becomes as bad as you are experiencing if you don't listen to yourself. What can I do to improve my situation? Been in 3 car accidents, been shot at, held up at gunpoint, been married twice before, held a bomb that should have gone off but didn't. My best friend took my warship and never came back. All these things in my past I have to honour because I know that's the right thing to do. I don't go into, oh, I wish I could have changed it. Yeah, there's some parts I wish I could do, but I know I can't. My friend's gone, Steve. He passed, never came back. But why did I survive the car crashes? Why did I survive being shot at? Held up a gun. Why did I survive? Because all those experiences are not very pleasant. But it isn't holding me back. I dare to dream beyond that. I dare to evolve. I follow my past, follow myself. I'm not a sheep. I'm a human being. I'm part of mankind. And I am a man that wants to be kind to you and myself. If I can't be kind to myself, hang on a minute. Something's wrong there, pal. As I say, you can contact me on any of those medias. Messenger especially, look up Graham Williamson. And we can do a DM if you like. And everything is in confidence, because I'm also a minister with Universal Life Ministry. Because of my work, I like to keep it in confidence. The only person I share anything with is my wife, in part, not in full. Because whatever Spirit leads me to do, I do the best of my ability. I think that's about it for today, my friends. I hope you've enjoyed it. But as I say, the WGSN-DB Going Solo Network and radio, podcasts and TV. I'm your host, Reverend Graham Williamson, on Dare to Dream, and I hope you have a wonderful day. But think about what I've said. Think about what you can do better. Think about that pain that you feel is because your body, your heart wants to heal. It says you're alive. Learn from yourself. Follow yourself. Don't follow other people's limited experiences. Learn from your own. Yep. Learn from yourself. Right. I want to wish each and every one of you a healthy, happy day. And I'll see you in a couple of weeks. But I recorded this show because I am working at the Lake County Fair Expo. And I just can't be off through the week. So have fun, enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you later, and God bless. And thanks CC for putting up with me. Bye for now.